Hello, all. This is Purusho. Today, I'm talking to you people not in a good note because I just reviewed the UPSC answer key for 2024. It is very disheartening to see that UPSC have dropped 3 questions. Last year, I put a video stating that UPSC will drop 3 questions. The description is given in this video. You can able to watch it if you want it. So, in the same way, all the 3 questions were dropped by Union Public Service Commission. So this have significantly reduced the chances of certain students who prepared those topics. However, since UPSC chose to drop those questions, those students were at a difficult situation. Now, the worst part is even the answer key for the remaining 97 questions has some 3 questions incorrect, according to me. So if I investigate more, maybe I can find out more incorrect answer key for those questions as well. But 3 questions are blatantly wrong. Among these 3 questions, 2 questions are from the Constitution of India, which is a very static subject. UPSC being a constitutional body, they themselves make errors time and again is something which is unacceptable. Before getting into this UPSC's incorrect answer key, let's talk about other departments. If you see that ISRO is placing satellites with precision. Every now and then they are coming up with innovation. They are standing as an example for the whole world in terms of space research. When it comes to railways, during the COVID time period, they can able to transport millions of people safely. And even in other situations, every time they find out a difficult situation like an accident, they learn from the past and they quickly correct their course. And even today, they are transporting millions and millions of people effortlessly, precisely. Okay, all those trains are coming to the station at the exact time period and everything works like a clockwork. If you pick up Defense Ministry, you can able to see how successful we are in the Operation Sindhu, where the intelligence worked fantastically well. The cooperation and collaboration among the ministries were fantastic and they did a wonderful job. Even the entire world applauded. Ministry of External Affairs is now standing as an example for showing how diplomacy can be so perfect, precise. So when all these ministries, let's take Ministry of Health or Ministry of Social Justice, Ministry of Agriculture, MOSPI, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, all these ministries are working fantastically well and they are working when the engine is running. That is, they are in the hot seat. But when it comes to UPSC, they clearly give a calendar for the entire year and they clearly know that what they are going to do in the upcoming uh, calendar year. So what we are asking is, can't you set just 100 questions correctly without any ambiguity? Is it so difficult? The election commission in a single day bringing out the entire population of the country to vote. Likewise, we are taking initiatives which are very massive. Compared to that, setting 100 questions is a no-brainer. This commission with such a huge capabilities, access to resources, reputation, budgetary allocation. In spite of all these factors, among the entire activity they do, one important activity they do is, one and the only most important activity they do is conducting civil services examination. For conducting the civil services examination, all they have to do is set 100 questions for the GS paper 1. Even in that 100 questions, if you are dropping 3 questions, is it fair? Okay, let's consider that you have accepted that you got 3 questions wrong. Okay, either due to translation mistake or any other mistake. We appreciate that. But Why you are coming up with incorrect answer key for certain basic questions, very, very basic questions. This clearly shows that the questions are said not by professionals, it's said by amateurs. I will show you those questions and you people will understand. When I'm talking here, I'm fuming inside because a lot of my students have missed the opportunity to clear the 2024 preliminary examination in a border mark. Okay, they were very close to the cutoff. If these questions were not considered wrong, they would have clearly taken up the examination, they would have cleared the prelims. Even on the worst case scenario, even if they dropped these questions, they would have cleared this examination because they might not have affected because of negative marking. But after dropping 3 questions, you again come up with incorrect answer key. What is the point in it? I'm really amused to see that none of the coaching academies are speaking about it, because there are so many coaching academies which are making crores and crores of turnovers. Why can't they go to the court and they ask for a reason that why UPSC is blatantly making these kind of mistakes? So students, you people have to stand up for yourself. This institution which speaks about transparency, accountability, course correction. All the other ministries which I have told, they are following this. Course correction is nothing but responsiveness, being responsive for the needs of the requirement and moving forward. In UPSC, where is the transparency? Where is the accountability? Where is the responsiveness? Last 5 years, from 2020 to now, in all the 5 question papers, they have dropped one or more questions. This time they have developed to drop 3 questions. Already, to reduce your workload, you have combined forest service preliminary examination with the civil service preliminary examination. Do you think that the demand of aptitude for a forest service candidate and the civil service candidate is same? Why a civil service candidate must know what orangutan will do with the stick, or what a bee will do with a dance by showing the foot? These are all certain factors which has to be known by the forest service people. So what I am saying is, to reduce your work, you combined 2 examinations together. You already shrink the space for the aspirants to play. Earlier, there were 150 questions. Now, there is only 100 questions. So already the space to perform, or the space to answer the questions, such kind of factors have been shrinked. In that, the forest service examination have been merged only for the reason to reduce the workload of UPSC, not in favor of the students. Even after doing that, 2 examinations in one preliminary examination, and even for that one preliminary examination, just 100 questions. Even that 100 question, if you could not able to make up the correct answer key, and you can't able to get the questions set in an unambiguous manner, I really wonder, should I respect this kind of institutions? Frankly speaking, these kind of institutions are playing with students' future. If they are not conducting the examination, what would have happened is, we would have saved a significant amount of opportunity cost. Lakhs and lakhs of, nearly close to 1 million people write this examination. If this examination is not being conducted, they would have spent their life productively in other activities, or they would have gone into a state public service commission, or they would have gone into a private institution, or they would have become participated in some startups or whatever they are. But such a huge workforce, and that too in the most energetic time period of their life, they are spending their energies in this UPSC. And if this commission is making such blatant mistake, which is completely unacceptable, who's going to build the cat? I'll tell you, only the parliament can build the cat. This should be raised. I'm not blaming the government. You see, I have already shown the reference of several ministries which is doing fantastic job. The activities which is being done by the Ministry of Defense or Ministry of External Affairs, it surpasses the Hollywood movies. For example, the evacuations which is done by the Ministry of External Affairs, what kind of coordination and cooperation should have been there? So every now and then the government is working very hard to put India in the first place. But if this kind of commissions are making these kind of mistakes, then they are building a steel frame which will soon rusticate and break down. This has to be taken very seriously. Someone should build the cat, and only the parliamentarians can able to build the cat. Media can build the cat. So one responsibility of you people is to forward this video or speak about this content, or if you are a journalist, you have to write this content saying that what kind of mistakes this commission is doing, so that this blows up and this becomes a viral content whereby the UPSC understands the seriousness of this. So many of my students are just in the border where they couldn't able to clear this examination. So how come we can able to compensate for them? Not only my students, everyone who missed the opportunity in 2024, very close to the cutoff. This is pure injustice. It is completely disheartening. I don't know what kind of development UPSC is going to do further. So as we can see that from 2020 to 2024 examination, the number of questions dropped only have increased. The number of incorrect, this is not the first time they are coming up with incorrect answers. So many times they come up with incorrect answers, but now they are crossing their limits by making simple mistakes with which an 8th standard student can able to handle it. So now, whatever the case may be, we have to protect ourselves from these kind of mistakes. The only option is we have to study more and do well. But I feel that our parliamentarians, our representatives will raise this point so that the UPSC understands its responsibility and come out from its Jurassic age mentality of selecting people to the contemporary progressive setup, whereby understanding the demand and requirements so that the steel frame of our country stands strong. Now, as I mentioned, we'll discuss the 3 questions which, according to me, UPSC got it wrong. There are other questions, but I'm not going to get into that. Okay, this is just a sample of it. The first question, which you can able to see it in the screen, is in A series, question number 68. It is about money bill. You see, many people get this money bill question answer as 1, 2, and 3. See the boxed statement. That is the statement number 3. The Rajya Sabha can either approve the bill or suggest changes, but cannot reject it. This is a statement which is given by, I'll tell you, this is a question which is said by complete amateur, the person who doesn't know polity and the person who doesn't know constitution. Why I am saying this is, before saying this, I should give the credit to my student Prasanna, who highlighted this point and requested me to speak about it. So the Rajya Sabha, when it comes to a money bill, Article 109 clearly gives up the special provisions and Article 110 defines the money bill. In the special provisions, it clearly says that the money bill is decided by the speaker, and when it goes to the Rajya Sabha do not have the ability to approve it, amend it, or reject it. Approve, amend, reject is not there. When I am saying this, you may consider that I am saying something wrong, but wait, listen to me. See the text either in Lakshmikant book, or I'm showing the text from the manual, Rajya Sabha members manual, which speaks about the money bill, and also you can see the Constitution Article 109 as well. In all these 3 sources, it clearly says that for a money bill, the Rajya Sabha can only return with recommendation or without the recommendation. There is no concept for approval. Rajya Sabha doesn't require to approve the money bill at all. The word approve is totally incorrect. So when the bill comes from the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha has to pass a resolution saying that Shall we return the bill? Everyone raises a hand. That's it. Return the bill. There is no concept of approve. If someone says that, no, no, don't return the bill, wait for 14 days so that we can give some recommendations. So they can't amend it. They can't change the bill. They can only add a piece of paper on top of it with the recommendations. So people, for example, this statement, teachers who are teaching political science or teachers who are teaching Indian polity can clearly understand what I'm saying. The special provisions in the constitution which says that the Rajya Sabha can return the bill with or without recommendation. There is no concept of approval, rejecting or amending the bill. So you people can able to refer the text. So returning the bill is different. Approving the bill is different. Rajya Sabha will not approve the bill. So in that case, this particular statement is completely wrong. So the answer should be A. What happens here is the person who studied the constitution will go for answer A. The person who have just studied the notes or other casual content, they would have gone for answer C, 1, 2, and 3. So my point is, why UPSC wants to ask this kind of question, which is totally ambiguous and incorrect, and get the answer key also wrong. That is the reason that the question setters are not quality people. Just to showcase themselves, their talent in asking the questions as if they are checking the factual and the conceptual content very deeply, they mess up the question paper, playing with the student's life. So even if you don't agree with me on this particular question, see the statement 3, go and check in the Rajya Sabha manual, Article 109, as well as Lakshmikant's book on parliamentary procedures, on bills, on money bill, or any polity book for this case. You will clearly have the answer that Rajya Sabha can only return the bill with or without recommendation. Returning is different, approving is different. So this question is totally wrong. And the answer should be A, but UPSC have come up with answer as C. Moving forward, the next question I wish to discuss is about in series A, question number 85. You see, this is the epitome of insanity. Epitome of insanity. A constitutional body is making a mistake in a very basic constitutional provision. You see, the future generation of UPSC aspirants is going to review the PYQ. When they are studying the previous year question, will they not question this? How come this statement is right? UPSC have given this as the answer key, where the statement in the constitution is different. So by endorsing the statement as correct, UPSC have behaved unconstitutionally. Okay, so you make mistake in some other contemporary factors or some current events or anything else. But will you make a mistake in such a basic one which every Tom, Dick and Harry will study when they are preparing for any competitive examination? So the statement, you can see that the statement highlighted in the box, the Union Finance Minister on behalf of the Prime Minister lays the annual financial statement before both the houses of Parliament. When I'm teaching Article 112, I clearly mentioned the people, the President shall cause the budget to be laid in front of the Parliament. So it is the President. UPSC will twist it and they will ask the question. Don't get fooled. So this is how I take the class. Article 112, the first line. But now who is fooled is, it is the teachers who got fooled and the students who got fooled because of this foolish answer. This first statement is blatantly wrong statement, but UPSC have given the answer key as both 1 and 2 right. You just imagine a candidate who have answered this question correctly and UPSC which got the answer wrong. The candidate who got this answer correctly would have scored 2 more marks, who would have crossed the cutoff. But now they have not only lost the 2 marks, but also they have lost 0.66 marks, which is supposed to be the negative mark as well. This would have further pulled down. Any person with a very basic knowledge will know that the statement is wrong. It is the president who causes the budget to be laid in front of the parliament as per Article 112. The finance minister, there is not even a constitutional provision which says that the finance minister have to lay the budget. When Arun Jaitley was sick, Piyush Goyal was presenting the budget. Okay, when VP Singh resigned and Rajiv Gandhi was given the portfolio of finance minister, he did not do that. H.M. Patel did that. When Indira Gandhi was there, Y.B. Chavan was designated as the finance minister and he presented the budget. So we can, when T.T. Krishnamachari resigned, Jawaharlal Nehru presented the budget. So there is no constitutional provision which says that the finance minister have to present the budget. But it is a convention that the finance minister will present the budget. There is no doubt on that. But are we speaking about the conventions and wills and whims of the people, or we are talking about the constitutional provisions? When a constitutional body is asking these kind of questions, I am really worried where we are heading up. And if this commission is thinking that they are the only body conducting the examinations, there are 29 state public service commissions which are conducting the examination, and most of them are releasing the answer key, voluntarily asking for representation. If there is any ambiguity in the answer key, please come up. And once we give the recommendations, they consider it and they re-release the answer key, making it a fair game. But where is the fair game in this civil services examination? The answer key is released after the entire process have been complete. Even this particular answer key is not even good enough for a postmortem work. Okay, so that answer key, it is better they don't release the answer key at all, so that we will save time in terms of putting up the PYQ analysis and other kind of things. So the Union Finance Minister, on behalf of the Prime Minister, lays the annual financial statement. No, the Union Finance Minister should lay the budget is a convention, not a constitutional provision. And he is not laying the budget on behalf of the Prime Minister. He is laying the budget on behalf of the President as per Article 112. So one another blatant, incorrect option which have been given by Union Public Service Commission in its answer key. Now I'll go to the next question. Here in this question about Reserve Bank of India on wholly owned subsidiary banks. Okay, the foreign banks can operate in branch model or wholly owned subsidiary model. I have given the link. You can see the link in the screen, and also you can see the link in the description. You click it. In the Reserve Bank of India website, they have clearly mentioned the wholly owned subsidiary bank should have a minimum capital. So statement 1 is wrong. Okay. But see below, in corporate governance, in item number 6, the first point says that not less than 50% of the directors should be Indian nationals resident in India. So this makes the second statement correct. So the answer should be B, 2 only. But UPSC answer key speaks about D, neither 1 nor 2. So the students who studied about the commercial banks, specifically in our lesson, I have spoken about the branch model, wholly owned subsidiary, and then representative branches of foreign banks. So foreign banks have 3 routes in which they can able to sustain. So only the people who are more studious are getting penalized because of these kind of incorrect, inefficient activities done by the commission. The purpose of this video is the Union Public Service Commission can be more efficient and they can able to do a job fantastically well. So far, they were doing it. Now, things are not very bright and shining, and it seems to be there are certain problems with them. They have to contemplate on their own way of working, and they should follow what they expect from the candidates. What they expect from the candidates in the ethics paper, they expect all the civil servants to be transparent, accountable, responsive. So you practice first what you preach. So let the UPSC contemplates on its own and come up with just 100 questions, which is not ambiguous. That is enough. So from my point of view, this particular video is to just sensitize the students that They have to prepare more because these kind of barriers can come in their way towards their success. So they have to score better marks to ensure that even if something goes wrong also, they can able to clear this examination. But however, I have very good respect for UPSC. Throughout these many years, they have selected fantastic candidates. And now, if there are certain things going wrong, someone should speak about it, and the UPSC should come up with the corrective actions as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. All the best. God bless you.